Hey guys, Island Homesteader here with a garden update. June 27th, Friday. It's warm, humid. There's been a sprinkler or two of rain. I was kind of hoping it would go ahead and rain because the garden needs it, and then I wouldn't have to do it, but we'll have to wait and see if we're going to get any of this. There's some thunder. Anyway, we go down and I'll show you a garden update. Garden update. Some good, some bad, as always. Just come back from vacation. We were gone for a week, and I had somebody coming by. I put a sprinkler up in the garden and had somebody coming by and turning that on for me every other day or so, and just keeping an eye on stuff, picking as they needed. And it was just kind of bad timing on our part. The green beans, we've kind of lost the green beans because they didn't get picked enough, and just stuff. Lettuce, you can see there, we picked what was good when we got home, but a lot of it had bolted, and it's just hot. That's expected. I'm going to pull all that out, throw it in a compost pile. Was actually going to give lettuce up. Had posted that on my Facebook page, and then a friend of mine saw it and said, no, don't do that. He said he grows lettuce year round, under 70% shade cloth. And he's got some extra shade cloth he's going to give to me in the next couple of days and show me how he does it. So I'm going to try to grow lettuce all summer, so that'll be kind of fun. Pole beans here. My personal saga with pole beans continues. These things have been growing and growing and growing and are just now looking like maybe they're going to start blooming. These are those Vortex. And I was really encouraged by the way they grew. This trellis here looks terrible. This one didn't get watered very well from the sprinkler. It was on the very outer edge of the sprinkler and just didn't get enough water. Plus, they just get beat up here. We've had a lot of wind, and these things just get beat up being up in the wind like that. So, I don't know. This may be the last time I grow pole beans, but there are some blossoms on them now. But it's all down low. It's all on newer stuff. I don't know why these older vines didn't blossom, but anyway. So that's the ongoing saga with pole beans. The Diva cucumbers are starting to grow good. I think there are a few little cucumbers set in there. Yeah, I can see one from here. And there's one right there. So they're starting to set some cucumbers, so that's good. We'll see how the Divas do. Lima beans. Ignore the weeds in this box. They kind of got out of hand while I was gone. Lima beans, even though there wasn't a lot of plants this year, they just filled up with blossoms. So if they set as good as they're blooming, then we'll wind up with some lima beans even though we didn't have very many plants. So I'm happy about that. Okra. This is the red okra and a row of green. The red, there's a couple there that need to be picked. Just got off work this morning from a 24-hour shift, so wasn't able to do anything to the garden yesterday, but there's some okra there that needs to be picked, and we've picked a few already. I had some fried the other night, and it's absolutely the best fried okra I've ever had, so I don't know if it was just a difference in the way my wife cooked it, or if this okra is just that much better. I don't know. Here's the okra here, growing out of this box of purple hull peas. Oh, look, here's one blooming over here. In case there's anybody that hasn't seen a okra blossom before. Okras are absolutely beautiful blossoming plants. They're actually a member of the hibiscus family, so their blossoms are beautiful. Purple hull peas are doing great. Got to start picking these things. From everything I understand, that's a mature pod when they turn purple like that, hence the name. So time to get in here and start picking a few. Plan is to can them, just can them all up. So we'll see how that goes. Corn is all tasseling. It's pretty short, but I have seen some ears in there, so hopefully there's one in there. Hopefully they'll get a few ears of corn off of them anyway. I don't know if it tasseled so short because it got hot and dry, or it's old seed, so I don't know if that had something to do with it. I don't know. Haven't had much luck with corn in the past, so. Here's our Royal Burgundy green beans. You can see they're shot, they're gone. There's still some beans in there, and I'm probably just gonna let those just sit there and fill up and dry and save them. This is an heirloom, so you can save your own seeds out of them, so that's probably what I'll do with what's left. And I'm going to do some replanting of green beans. Potatoes, let's see, the Yukon Golds right here and Charlottes look like they must have reached the end of their cycle. Their colors are fading and they're starting to brown out, so probably next week or so we're doing a potato reveal. Purple ones are growing really good, blooming. I was kind of hoping maybe the purple ones would have a purple flower when they bloom, but they bloom just like all the rest of them. These were those all reds, and they didn't do very well. You've probably seen that in previous videos, but I did get about a dozen new potato sized potatoes out of those 2 bags, and I haven't dumped them yet. I will dump them and go through them and see if there's any more potatoes in there. Zucchini and squash. I didn't do what I said I was going to do with these zucchini. These are those self-pollinating parthenocarpic zucchini. I was going to get row cover over them so I didn't have a problem with squash vine borer, and I didn't do that, and squash vine borer. So these plants are shot. I need to just get them out and throw them away. Squash vines, actually, this one doesn't look like it's got any borer in it. Yeah, it does a little bit, but there are some squash I need to get picked, so maybe we'll get a few squash out of them. Yellow squash there, same thing. Zucchini over here, there's a zucchini in there that needs to be picked. One of the vines has already died. Sugar baby watermelon. These things have done great. Yeah, I've completely filled this box out with vines. The vines are trailing off into other places. I'm probably going to start cutting the tips off of the vines to keep them in this box. So I try to keep them as contained as possible. All kinds of blossoms in there. I don't know if they're getting pollinated very well. I have seen some fruit. There's one in there I'll show you. Snow peas obviously are gone. Let's see. Little guys. I saw one the other day somewhere. Oh, here it is right here. Look at that one. So, should get some watermelon this year. I'm excited about that. Bell peppers, done good. Planted them right before we went on vacation. Got them in these bags, and they're doing pretty good. So, happy with those. Tomatoes, indeterminate or determinate Rutgers, and then the big beefs. Big beefs set some beautiful tomatoes, waiting for them to ripen up. They're starting to turn colors. I've really battled with blossom end rot down here in these bags this year, and I've treated them with Epsom salt and even some Tums to try to get some calcium in them. And I'm thinking that it must have something to do with just not getting watering enough on a consistent basis, which is the other cause of blossom end rot. And I think that's just because of these bags. It's hard to keep them watered enough without being out here every single day doing it. And I think that's just a problem. So next year, the plan is next year to have these growing down here on the ground in rain gutter grow systems. If you've watched my rain gutter grow system update, I've been really happy with that system, and plan on doing that again next year. Here's the Rutgers. They've got the blossom end rot just as bad. I've thrown away probably half the tomatoes that have set so far this year from these plants down here because of blossom end rot. So anyway, all right. This is already 9 minutes long, so just wanted to give you a look around the garden. The good, the bad, and the ugly. sometimes. That's the way it goes. But pretty happy with a lot of stuff. Disappointed, especially at myself over some stuff, not getting the zucchini covered up. But that's the way it goes. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are doing in your garden what you want to do. And I hope you guys are having a good summer so far. Thanks for watching again. God bless.